Peace, everybody. How y'all doing? I'm chilling with Archangel Raphael and my twin flame, and we're just enjoying the night, gaining currency esoterically and exoterically for ourselves. So, this is a perfect time to talk about the Moon in Capricorn. The Moon in Capricorn is going on in the sky right now. Now, the Moon being in Capricorn, first of all, Capricorn is dealing with Earth, cardinal Earth energy. So cardinal Earth is basically the initiator. Cardinal Earth is the leader, the go-getter, the blueprint writer, the boss of the situation, the boss of the energy, the creating of newness for that energy, in this case Earth. So this is where like new constructions, new blueprints written for new constructions, whether exoterically or esoterically, this energy is all dealing with Capricorn. Building, even the tearing down of certain shit, so in a very extreme way, in a lot of different ways. And then Saturn rules Capricorn too. So Saturn ruling Capricorn means is that there's these individuals who are Capricorn based are very serious. These people are very, not even just these people, but just the archetype is just a very serious and a very conservative archetype, because this is like an example of like a parent telling their child that before you go and have fun out in the park or outside playing with your friends, you need to go do your schoolwork first. This is responsibility. This is restrictions in a lot of different ways, but these restrictions help to build healthy outcomes in the future. And that's just dependent on the person who's using this Capricorn energy, because even though the motto is usually I use, it will be a good thing to remix this and look at it in a different way and call it I utilize. So this is like you utilizing just everything at your disposal, all the tools. This is why Capricorns are very, very successful, because they use everything to their advantage, and they use everything in close proximities to be able to help them reach their goal. And Mars is exalted in Capricorn too, and Mars is all about goals. So they definitely work at their highest peak whenever they're trying to obtain a goal for themselves. Now the Moon being in Capricorn, is going to be, first of all, the Moon is detrimented in Capricorn. And what does that mean? The Moon being detrimented means, first of all, detrimented in astrology means is that this planet is much weaker when it's in this sign, whereas if it was in its ruling sign, in this case the Moon rules Cancer. So this means that, and the Moon rules comfortability. It rules your ability to be able to be in a situation or be in a certain mood or feeling, and being able to use that element that your Moon is in to be able to put yourself in a better circumstance, in a better state of being, to where now that you can reflect and you could like soak in the vibes, and it's actually like working for your favor and it's not working against you. These feelings that you get aren't working against you when you jump into your Moon energy. You end up manifesting a lot more when you act just in your own natural way and not get washed up in like what people in this world tell you how to react or act in this world. Now, don't mind that. Now, with the Moon being in Capricorn, yeah, the Moon is, emotional reactions, and Capricorn is all about seriousness and structure and building of businesses and just minding your own business and being to yourself and being in a serious tone to where you can get shit done with discipline. Now the Moon is away here because Capricorn doesn't really deal with that. Moon is very comfortable. Well, put it this way, if you have Moon in Capricorn, you're very comfortable with staying on task. You're very comfortable with actually building a plan, building a blueprint, initiating a plan for people to follow. You're very comfortable in engaging in situations and engaging in activities like that. But what you're not so comfortable is the opposite of Capricorn, which is actually showing affection, which is actually showing that you care from your heart, because it's kind of like weird. It's just like, what the fuck? Like, it's like stern, it's like serious, like solid square, like squared up and everything. Like, not like the square alignment, but just like feeling square and everything, or making yourself feel small because now you feel weird because you want to actually show affection and everything, which this isn't a judgment or anything. It's just, this is just the archetype of Capricorn, because they're very serious. This is the Earth is very dry. The water is not there. So there's a hard time of feelings being able to be achieved when it comes to this Earth energy. Some Taurus can feel in a very, like physical kind of way, sensual kind of way. Virgo can do it in a mental way, but Capricorn is really just like, they're very serious. They're the most serious of probably the whole zodiac. Now, all zodiac signs are serious in their own way, but I'm talking about like the way we look at seriousness on this Earth, that would be the archetype of Capricorn. Now, the Moon being here, this is what we're being comfortable with right now, is reacting to serious matters, whether it be bills we may have to pay. We're in an energy where we can manifest things to help us be structured and able to continue to be able to obtain our goals by having structure and being able to be comfortable in how you structure yourself, period. Now, we're all going to be unique in a lot of different ways depending on what house that we have Capricorn in. So let me run it down. So if you have Capricorn in the first house, this means that you're very comfortable being very serious about changing up maybe your personal appearance and everything, or changing up your style, or changing how you present yourself to the world. And, you know, once you like be serious about how you present yourself to the world, because the first house deals with your personality and your ascendant. So this is dealing with like, this is what the energy you push off in a lot of different ways. This is the energy that like people see you first as. So when people see this energy first from you, this means that there's going to be a lot of, well, not a lot of, it just means that if you have Capricorn in the first house, you're going to be very serious on wanting to, you know, switch up your attitude on that and everything. So there's a lot of that going on. You're going to be comfortable doing it too because it's the moon. Now, if you have this in the second house, the moon is exalted in the second house. So you're going to be very serious about the things that you possess, your own personal bank account, or not even just dealing with money, but just dealing with things that you value from over time, whether it be a collection of some sorts, whether it be fruits and your vegetables in your garden, like my twin flame be doing and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful fruits of our labors, and being serious about the fruits of our labors too, and being serious about planting the seed and taking care of that seed that we nourish for that to be able to grow into something tangible. And then this is our value system too. So we're going to be very serious. We're going to be the most like loyal to ourselves, to our value systems. If you have Capricorn in the second house, you're going to be very loyal to your value system more than ever with this transition going on. If you have this going on in the third house is dealing with your siblings. This is your short travels. This is your local grocery store. This is your everything dealing with locality. Now, with that being said, you're going to be very comfortable being very serious on maybe issues going on in the neighborhood. You may take part of a political campaign because we got this election shit going on right now. So if you have this energy, you know what I'm saying, you may, and you know, Capricorn deals with government too, so that actually makes sense. So if you have that in the third house, you may be very serious about wanting to vote now, more than ever. So this could be energy, or be politically active in a lot of different ways, or be just very serious about wanting to know more about your neighborhood or the place that you live and everything. There's a lot of different energies that could go on with this going on in the third house. Now, if you have this going on in the fourth house, the moon, first of all, the moon is at home in the third house. I mean, not the third, the fourth house. So, in Capricorn being in the fourth house, this is going to be already a complete 360, because if you have Capricorn in the fourth house, you have Libra in the first house. So that's like the opposite of the first house, which is the seventh house. Seventh house is ruled by Libra. So this is like a complete like 180 of energies playing out and everything. But because Capricorn opposes the fourth house, which Capricorn energy is the 10th house energy, and the opposite of the 10th house is the fourth house, which is Cancer energy. So that energy, with you having Capricorn in the fourth house and having the moon in the fourth house, means you're going to be very serious about taking care of your family. You're going to be very serious more than ever dealing with domestic issues right now. You're going to create a plan. If you're not in a good situation right now as far as family matters or domestic matters, you may be more in a situation more serious more than ever about how you want to actually go about these particular domestic issues that are going on in your life. There may be a lot of turmoil going on right now. So now you're forced emotionally. And then the moon's in your fourth house, so you actually, even though shit may look serious right now, you have this sense of comfortability and assurance in your heart that you're going to be able to get this shit done, basically. Capricorn in the fifth house. Now, if you have the moon going on in the fifth house, Capricorn in the fifth house means that you're going to be very serious about how you present yourself. And you're going to be very serious about, you know, stage presence. And when I say stage presence, it doesn't necessarily mean you're on a stage, but it's like how people see you in a lot of different ways. You're gonna be very serious about not your appearance so much as like the first house. That's like more like your how you present your personality. The fifth house would be actually like how you present yourself physically in a lot of different ways. So because this is ruled by the Leo energy, and Leo likes to be seen and it likes to be shown off in a lot of different ways. And plus you're gonna be very serious, actually in a lot of different ways. You may be very serious about fun shit too, because the fifth house rules entertainment, and the fifth house rule in entertainment, you may take this entertainment very seriously, but try not to take it too seriously, because if you try to take entertainment like if you try to make too much practicality out of this entertainment, you may actually run it dry, and then it may not be fun anymore. So you have to be very careful not to, dry up your entertainment energy. But at the same time, Saturn rules Capricorn, and Saturn deals with, restriction. So this may be a time where you have to restrict yourself from entertainment, or overindulging in certain activities that you may go out on the weekend or some shit like that, or wherever you may go, depending on your perspective and everything, or what you're into on the weekend or even the weekday. So you just want to make sure that you don't overindulge too much into these activities. That would be something to look into if you have Capricorn in your 5th house. Now, if you have Capricorn in the 6th house, this means that you're going to be able to take very seriously your schedule system and your routines that you do on a day-to-day basis. So, if you weren't good at brushing your teeth before, I'm not getting on anybody, but if you wasn't good at brushing your teeth before, you're going to take brushing your teeth more seriously now. If you wasn't too good at styling up yourself before you go out, you're going to take that more seriously right now. If you wasn't so serious about wanting to get a job, to keep consistent on a scheduled basis and everything, then you're going to want to take that more seriously right now. If you wasn't, and your health too, just period. Like, if you wasn't serious about your health before, you're going to be very serious about it now. You're going to take this very, very seriously emotionally too, to the point to where if you don't see these things being fulfilled, you may be an emotional wreck in a lot of different ways. So you got to be careful with Capricorn being in your 6th house and this transit going on. Now, with Capricorn going into your 7th house, your Capricorn being in the 7th house, this means that you're going to be very serious about your relationships. And being very serious, this is going to be very important too if you have this transit, because this is a time where there's a lot of tension right now in the air and everything, and this would be a time where things are breaking for relationships. So you got to be strong. That's why me and my twin flame were coming out with videos on how to keep your relationship stronger and everything, so that we can stay on this path and be this as a team and everything, everybody collectively. So with Capricorn being in your 7th house, this means that you are going to take seriously your relationships, and you're going to react more comfortably to your relationships, and how you're going to take the necessary steps and the necessary needs and sacrifices to keep your relationship afloat. And basically, you're going to be able to take this very seriously. And Saturn rules Capricorn, and Saturn is exalted in the 7th house / Libra. So you're definitely going to be very serious about your relationships, and even if it's not pertaining to your mate, which it will, because this is that same energy. You're gonna take your business partners very seriously. You're gonna be able to be more serious about wanting to go out and create connections with other people. Don't mind that noise, y'all. That's just a distraction. Now, you're gonna be able to take more seriously these contracts and these relationships with other people, whether it's relationships or businesses or contracts and everything. And you're gonna be able to build more, because Capricorn and Capricorn is dealing with foundation and structure. So you're gonna be able to deal with that very heavily and very seriously right now with this energy. Now, with but with Capricorn being in your 8th house, the moon falls in the 8th house. So the moon falling in your 8th house means that there might be a lot of emotional reactions to things that are kept secret and everything. These things that you may have tried to keep a secret that you kept bottled up, maybe it may overflow right now, and you have to make sure that you keep serious these secrets to not be, because secrets aren't always necessarily bad. You may be keeping a secret to protect somebody in a lot of different ways. There's a big difference between a secret and a lie. There's a big difference. That's another video though. Now, at the same time, Capricorn being in your 8th house, you're going to take you're going to take the occult very seriously too. You're going to take transformation. You're going to take reincarnation of your own self, not just even like on a dying and then resurrecting kind of thing, but just like mental death, emotional death. Maybe you break a bone or something like that. That's a transformation in a lot of different ways. So you may take very seriously, and Capricorn rules the bone system too, so it's kind of not ironic that I brought that up. Now, you may break a bone. That's a transformative situation. You may take more seriously than other people on wanting to get that shit fixed immediately, even if you don't have health insurance or anything like that. You may actually just want to take the necessary need to want to get that shit fixed, because that's some transformative shit, breaking some shit and everything. Also, in just spirituality, you may take that shit very seriously too, and build a foundation on wanting to transform. Now, if you have Capricorn going on in your 9th house, this means that you're going to be very comfortable being very serious about how you gain wisdom and the sources that you obtain to gain knowledge too, and how you expand yourself in whatever you're trying to do your endeavors in too. You're going to take this very seriously, because going to be a lot of structure in how you educate yourself too, and how you educate others. You're going to be very serious about how you want to educate others too. Not only that, but you're going to be very serious about. You're going to be very serious about. Sorry about that. You're going to be very serious about wanting to explore too, or wanting to travel too. You're gonna, if you haven't traveled before, you're gonna take more seriously than ever wanting to travel ever than before. And then you wanting to travel more, now you're gonna be able to be structured. Now that you've actually gone and decided to travel foreign lands that you've never experienced before, you're gonna be able to gain structure just from being able to be in those kind of activities also as well. Now, if you have Capricorn, thank God that's over. Now, if you have Capricorn going on in your 10th house, this means that Capricorn is in a sign that it's comfortable with, the 10th house. Not a sign, but a house that it's comfortable with. Now, with this transit, you're going to be very comfortable just being very structured, period, being very serious. Now, you may appear emotionally cold to other people, but sometimes people need to see that emotional coldness because people be like thinking life ain't that serious. So you need to, maybe you're the person that needs to play this role of being someone who's serious and someone who's able to take this serious energy and then be able to influence others because you have that aura, because you have Capricorn in the 10th house, and then the moon is here too, so it's like a double energy going on with the moon being detriment in Capricorn and then it being detriment in the 10th house. But this double energy, there's like a double emphasis of you being able to get your serious point across to other people if they weren't taking you seriously before. Now, if you have Capricorn in your 11th house, like me and my twin flame do, this is going to be an energy where we're going to be very serious about how we broadcast ourselves via the internet. As you see, we've been, doing our, twin flame videos talking about astrology together, which we do have an episode 2 coming up very soon. Make sure y'all check that out and check out Regulus TheXenniaL YouTube channel. I got to put that in the description too. We got to keep supporting each other, y'all. Now, and that's another part of this 11th house energy too, supporting others through networking. You know what I'm saying? 7th house is the people that you know to actually begin the networking. The 7th house is actually you doing the networking itself. So Capricorn, you're going to take this very seriously. And Saturn rules a Capricorn and the 11th house. So there's a double energy going on like with Capricorn in the 10th house, but the only difference is that this is more air-based energy. This is more like social kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? You're not being harsh with people, but you're like trying to show people how to be structured. This may be a time where like you create your own business cards and you start to give these business cards to other people because now you're networking with other people. And then Aquarius is something innovative. So the things that we may be handing business cards out in is some shit that we've never done before, some new shit or some innovative shit and everything. And being on social media, you know what I'm saying, you'll be seeing us a lot on social media because we'll be taking this shit a lot seriously now because we have Capricorn in our 11th house. And even me just saying that, I just came to a realization about how me and my twin flame need to go about our energy too, as a team and everything. So, it's very beautiful coming to these realizations and everything. Now, last but not least, if you have Capricorn in your 12th house, this means that you're going to take your take illusions very seriously too. Now, even if you take illusions very seriously, that means that you're going to be able to, if you have a dream, because a dream is an illusion too, unless you make it real. If you have a dream, I didn't mean to say that. That doesn't even really make sense. If you have a dream that that you want to obtain, you're going to be able to actually be more serious and be able to create a blueprint and an actual tangible asset to be able to reach this dream or this creative aspect that you may be wanting to reach yourself in. The 12th house also rules hidden enemies too, so you may be very serious on wanting to scope out the people who may be trying to see your downfall. So you got to be very careful of that too. And the 12th house rules seclusion too, and like solitary confinement. Not like people throwing you in solitary confinement, but like you wanting to be to yourself, kind of like the Hermit card in the tarot readings. So that means that you are going to be taken very seriously, wanting to be to yourself, and also building your dreams. I love you, soul group. More videos coming our way, and as always, stay vibing. We vibing, y'all.